The afternoon ride continues here on the home of the Jets, TSN 1290. Sunday, Flyers in town to take on the Winnipeg Jets. Will be at Boston Pizza City Place, 1 o'clock, leading you up to the Anchor Products pregame show. Just spoke with Scott Laughlin of Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, making fun of the Atlantic Division. Certainly looks like the NFC East of the NFL. Meanwhile, a couple of other teams, well, the Central is strong as well. But the more statistical breakdown of the NHL's divisions, here's TSN 1290's Nick Kowalski.
Flooded with superstars like Nathan MacKinnon, Patrick Kane, and Mark Scheifele, the Central Division is often touted as the NHL's supreme region.
2-on-1, Scheifele scores! 21 seconds in overtime. Mark Scheifele.
A Central Division team has represented a wildcard playoff spot in all 6 years of the current NHL playoff format and held both spots 4 times. And the West finalist has been a Central team in 3 of the past 6 Stanley Cup finals, winning 2, most recently by the bruising St. Louis Blues.
The St. Louis Blues are the Stanley Cup champions for the first time in franchise history.
But is there a clear top division, or does parity exist across divisions going head-to-head? Let's look to American Thanksgiving, a date that's supposed to be the first indication of who's in and who's out of the playoffs. Well, as of that date in 2019, the Metropolitan Division locked down 5 of 8 Eastern playoff spots, topped by Alex Ovechkin's Washington Capitals.
Pass, Ovechkin score! Alex Ovechkin brings the curtain down in D.C.
The Islanders, Penguins, Flyers, and Hurricanes round out the rest of those 5, and numbers show the Metro owns the Central, winning 23 of their first 34 meetings. As for their Eastern counterpart, the Metro owns the Atlantic too, winning 37 of their first 60, highlighted by Carolina's 8-1 record.
Score! Hey, what do you say? The Carolina Hurricanes.
But one division shockingly went 26-14-2 against the Metro, the Pacific. And out west, no one likes the Metro more than Connor McDavid's Edmonton Oilers, who started 8-0 against the division.
2-on-1, McDavid, Draisaitl, McDavid scores!
So, does this mean that the Pacific is currently the best division? Well, not so fast. Prior to U.S. Turkey Day, the Central had gone 36-15-8 against the Pacific.
Sagan to Ben, down low, delays, he scores! The Stars have come back to beat the Oilers!
But as I mentioned earlier, the Metro was winning 67% of their tilts against the Central. Moral of the story? Everyone's beating everyone, unless you're the Oilers against the Metro, the Islanders against the Atlantic, the Stars against the Pacific, or the Rangers against the Central. But if you had to rank these divisions, at Thanksgiving, based on points per game, they ranked Metropolitan, Central, Atlantic, then Pacific.
And the Jets come to the Rock, rally from 4 down to defeat the Devils in a shootout.
And just for fun, the Stanley Cup champion Blues ranked 30th at this point last season. This year, that spot belonged to the New Jersey Devils.
I don't see the Devils making the playoffs. Of course, we didn't see the Blues making the playoffs last year. They'd also played the fewest games of anybody. And now, of course, they've played some of the most games of anybody. Difference a year makes, of course, Stanley Cup championship to go with that. 2 games tonight in the National Hockey League. Dallas Stars.